Hello and welcome to Gardening with Ben's award-winning podcast, as voted by Grow Your Own magazine and by my followers and listeners. So if you're new to the podcast, make sure you click that subscribe button to stay up to date with all our podcasts, listen back to all our previous episodes, sit back, grab a brew and let's enjoy today's episode. Hello and welcome back to Gardening with Ben. Well, we have been down on the allotment today and we have been busy. So what have we been up to today? Well, I went to my local supermarket and they are selling climbing roses at £2 each. Now, I planted a couple last year and they flowered really well, and these were only the £2 each ones. So I thought, yep, they've taken, so why not try and grow some more? Obviously they'll get better as the years go on and they get bigger, but the first year they didn't grow too much, but they did get some roses on them, so I was quite impressed with them. So I'm hoping to do the same again this year, but this year I'm going to be planting them right at my entrance of my plot to make like a rose arch leading onto my plot, which will look absolutely fantastic when it's out in full flower and glory, really. So I purchased three, to be honest, three climbing roses. One was a red one was a pink one, and one was a yellow one, because I wanted them all different colours to make it more attractive. I didn't want to stick to the same colours. So I've planted them right at the front of my plot, and then I've also purchased some Forsythia intermedia, that's if you say it like that, and Loniceria tatarica. I'm no good at these names, I really am not. It doesn't help when you have to try and pronounce the names of the plants. But the Loniceria is pink and the Forsythia is yellow, and they are on my Instagram at the moment. You can see a picture of those, of what they look like. So I'm hoping that they all do take and they all do start to flower, because when I purchased these, obviously they are quite cheap. They're not like the expensive ones, which have probably really taken in the garden centres. So I always do check that they are alive when I am getting them and they've got some buds on them, because it's always good to make sure that they have got some flowers on them, or you don't want to be purchasing. I know they're only £2, but you don't want to be spending £2 and they not take whatsoever. So I've planted all those, given them a good watering in, and I'm going to be keeping them watered. I know it is winter and we do get the rain, but it hasn't been raining too much, so I'm going to keep them watered in, and hopefully, fingers crossed, they do take. And the good weather that we've been having at the moment will hopefully get them to take and get them to wake up. But I asked one of my plot holders a question today, who was next door to me. Whenever I purchase roses from the supermarket, they like painted green in something. I don't know what it is. It peels off, but why do they paint them in green? If you let me know in a message, tell me why they paint the roses green. It baffles me. Whether it's something to keep them asleep, keep them dormant, I really do not know the answer to that one. So if you want to let me know, please send me a message and I will gladly appreciate it, because like I always say, I don't know everything. I certainly don't know everything, and that's what gardening's all about. It's all about learning and getting new ways of gardening. So I've been up to that. I've also been getting my final strawberry bed ready. This is the third one that I've got, and I've pulled up all the black membrane, I've dug over the bed ready, so I just need to pin it all down, and then tomorrow hopefully get the final lot of the strawberries planted, which takes us on to Wednesday, and then I'll have Thursday off to finish up tidying around them beds, and hopefully next week we will be moving on to my main plot area, which is quite a lot bigger, a hell of a lot bigger, and it will need a lot of work doing to it, but it's not as hard as some of the other areas because it is quite clear. It's just a case of emptying the beds, tidying them up and clearing the paths and get them all ready. So there's not that much to be done on the main part of the area, But once I've done that, then I can crack on with doing any maintenance work that I need to do, and I've still got plenty of time. I won't be outside in the garden until April, May time, so I've got all this time to get it all prepared, and that's why I use all these months to get it all ready. And if you're on the ball, and usually obviously you're getting bad weather around now, like snow and stuff like that, but because it's been so decent, I am making a head start and getting it all ready and getting it all looking fantastic. And I had a quick look around today, and there's loads of bulbs popping up everywhere. Not as many as I want to be, because I have planted a load more, but hopefully they do come through. And we do need some frosty mornings to get them to wake up, because it's the cold what wakes the bulbs up. Somebody said to me in the pub the other night, put them in the fridge, but I thought, I don't want to go around digging all my allotment up and getting them all back out and to put them in the fridge to wake them up. But yeah, that's a little tip what he gave me. Put them in the fridge to wake them up. But no, I don't think I'll have time for doing that. So hopefully we'll get on with that. And obviously around March, April time, we'll be looking at what seeds we're going to be sowing. I've only sown a few seeds at the moment. I've only sown my aubergines, my onions, and that's it really. Oh, my herb seeds, I've sown them. I've not had a look yet to see if any are popping through, because I didn't really want to disturb them. But they're all in my shed, and hopefully they will start to germinate soon and get growing, because I'm looking forward to this year's growing season. I really am. It's going to be a bumper crop, I can tell you that, because I'm going to try so much. I'm going to make use of every little area of my allotment, be it my polytunnel, be it my shed. I'm going to be growing stuff all over the place. And once it gets to summer, there'll be no water left in Sheffield, because I'll be watering all my plants with it. But yeah, this certainly is a lot what I'm going to be doing this year, and I really want to put my all into it this year, to make up for the rubbish year that I had on the allotment last year. And I want to come back with a bang and show you what I can actually grow. Because I couldn't show you much last year because I didn't grow much. I've only shown you all the fruit what I was growing, because fruit obviously doesn't need any maintenance and any work done to it. You just let the tree grow, or you just let the raspberry canes grow, and you get the fruit on it. So they're pretty easy to grow fruit. Hence a big reason why I've got big areas of fruit growing on my plot. Not obviously to save me money, because growing your own fruit saves you a hell of a lot of money, and because it tastes so delicious, and it just is absolutely the best thing you can grow on an allotment site. So I hope you've all had a good day, and if you're new to these podcasts, make sure you do click that subscribe button. We have got lots of people subscribing at the moment, which is fantastic. If you've not checked out my second podcast, it is in the description below. It's gardening and allotment tips. So check it out. There's a link in there, and subscribe to that one as well. There's about 20 odd episodes of that one on there, so they're only short ones. Them ones nice and easy to listen to, and we talk about a different topic each time. So until next time, remember, keep smiling, keep gardening, and keep listening to Gardening with Ben's podcasts. So thank you for listening to today's episode of Gardening with Ben. We hope that you've enjoyed this episode. Remember to do click that subscribe button to stay up to date with all our podcasts. Feel free to share them on your Instagram stories so that it spreads the word about my podcast and we get lots more listeners. Feel free to check out my social media sites, Facebook and Instagram as well, Gardening with Ben, and also my YouTube channel, to stay up to date with all my handy videos, how-to videos, and sharing my tips and advice. And feel free to check the link as well in the description for my Gardening with Ben t-shirts. Lots of funny gardening design t-shirts in there for you to purchase at great prices too. So thanks again, and as always, remember, keep smiling and keep gardening.